Around 1200 BC, the ancient world began to collapse. Powerful cities burned to the ground. Trade routes vanished. Empires that had ruled for centuries disappeared, almost overnight. This was not one war. It was a catastrophe so devastating that it erased entire civilizations from history. Historians call this catastrophe the Late Bronze Age collapse, the violent event that ended an entire age of human civilization. And to this day, no one fully agrees on what caused it. Before the collapse, the ancient world was highly advanced and deeply connected. Civilizations like the Mycenaeans in Greece, the Hittite Empire in Anatolia, ancient Egypt, and Mesopotamian kingdoms thrived through trade, diplomacy, and military power. Bronze weapons dominated warfare. Trade networks stretched across continents. Kings ruled from fortified cities, protected by armies and alliances. It was an age of prosperity, an age of order, an age that historians would later call the Bronze Age. But beneath this stability lay a fragile system, one that depended entirely on cooperation, resources, and peace. Then, everything began to unravel. Cities across the eastern Mediterranean were attacked and destroyed. Some were burned so completely that they were never rebuilt. Records stopped, writing systems vanished, populations fled. One by one, great powers fell. The Mycenaean palaces collapsed. The mighty Hittite Empire disappeared entirely. Even Egypt barely survived, recording desperate battles against mysterious invaders. This was not a single enemy. It was not a single battle. It was a chain reaction of destruction. Show shadowy warriors, ships approaching coastlines. Ancient Egyptian records speak of a terrifying force known only as the Sea Peoples. No one knows exactly who they were. They arrived by land and sea, families included, suggesting migration, not just conquest. They attacked coastal cities, overwhelmed defenses, and left destruction behind. But here's the mystery. The Sea Peoples were not the only cause. They were a symptom of something much larger. Modern historians believe the collapse was caused by a deadly combination of factors: climate change and severe droughts, earthquakes destroying key cities, economic collapse due to broken trade routes, internal rebellions against kings and elites, invasions by displaced populations. Each problem weakened the system. Together, they shattered it. Bronze production stopped. Without bronze, armies collapsed. Without armies, cities fell. The interconnected world of the Bronze Age was simply too fragile to survive total crisis. After the collapse, the world entered centuries of decline. Writing disappeared in some regions. Technology regressed. Populations shrank. This period is known as the Late Bronze Age collapse, followed by a dark age where history itself went silent. Entire cultures were lost, their names forgotten, their achievements buried beneath the ruins.
The Bronze Age collapse is a warning. It shows how even the most advanced civilizations can fall, not from one enemy, but from many small failures happening at once. Civilizations rise, civilizations fall, and sometimes they vanish so completely that the world forgets they ever existed. This was the war that erased an entire civilization from history.